We welcome you to the Ron Durbin Athletic Center on the campus of South San High School. It's a big 28-5A boys basketball game. The John Jay Mustangs have gotten on the bus and taken the short trip here to South San High School. The South San Bobcats will host them. We're going to tell you about both teams in just a minute. We thank you for joining us. While you're here, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time we go live. We'll be back after commerce.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
Do you own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
See me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light. Oh, 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 oh,
And we welcome you back to the Ron Durbin Athletic Center on the campus of South San High School. 28-5A boys basketball. Robert Villafranca alongside Bobby Mendez. It'll be Reese Hernandez Robinson with the camera work tonight. And we welcome you to our YouTube channel. While you're here, subscribe so that you never miss a live presentation. We thank the 2,000 people who have subscribed ahead of you. Join the pack and the fun here with us at RC Audio Sports. John Jay Mustangs, the visiting team. Let me tell you about the Mustangs before we tell you about the Bobcats. John Jay, coached by Coach Sean Brooks, assisted by William Taylor Jr. and Colin Taylor. Fun fact about that coaching staff is all three of them are John Jay alums, and funner fact is that there's a father and son assistant, a father-son team that are assistant coaches. William Taylor Jr. and Colin Taylor. William Taylor Jr. is the dad, Colin Taylor the son. So a John Jay community and a family affair here for the John Jay Mustangs. We'd like to take you back 3 years when these seniors were freshmen. In 2022 was the year, 6-20. The John Jay Mustangs finished that year overall 2-14 in a tough 6A district, finished 8th and did not qualify for the playoffs. 2 years ago when they were sophomores in 2023, 7-22, the record, a slight improvement, 3-13, finished 8th again, but did not qualify for the playoffs. But last year, this group reached their window of success, if you will. 2024 24-9 was their overall record, 10-6 in district play. They tied for third, and they made it to the regional quarterfinals before they lost to district foe Brennan in the regional quarterfinals. So this team and the core of this team is back. Many of the kids that were on that regional qualifiers team are back again for their senior year. So let's talk about their senior year. The John Jay Mustangs are averaging 78 points per game. They can put it in the bucket. They're giving up 53, a little over 53 points. Overall, 24-2 right now, have only lost 2 games all year long. They were in non-district play where they're 15-2. In district, 9-0. They're running the table so far on a 28-5A, have not lost a district ball game. They have played. They've played everyone already. Southwest, South San, MacArthur, Harlandale, Wynn, Southwest Legacy, McCullum, Southwest, Southside again, and then South San here for the rematch. The John Jay Mustangs beat the Bobcats 39-30, a very low-scoring affair. The Bobcats can play some defense, and when Coach Carroll wants to take the foot off the gas a little bit and emphasize the defensive side of the game, they are certainly capable of doing that. 39-30, a low-scoring affair, but the John Jay Mustangs finished on top nonetheless. So there are your John Jay Mustangs. Let's talk about personnel. We expect, they haven't announced the starting lineups yet, we expect Zachariah Linson, a senior, to start. He's averaging 16 points per game. Elijah Hubbard, big man in the middle. He's a junior, averaging over 7 points per game. Jaden Guillen can score. If he's across midcourt line, he can put it in the bucket. 18.5 points per game, and a lot of those are three-point shots. Jarius Jackson Jr., who will play in the San Antonio Sports All-Star game, is the leading scorer for the team, 18.8, almost 19 points per game. And Cameron Garza, who is a stat machine, he's got a quadruple-double this year. He's got a triple-double this year and numerous double-doubles. He can share the ball, and when he's got teammates on the floor that can shoot the ball like his teammates can, those assist numbers will shoot way on up. 12.5 points he scores, but he is a star on this team as well, and he will be representing John Jay on the in the San Antonio Sports All-Star game that will be played in March. We're going to tell you more about that in a few minutes. Let us take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk about the South San Bobcats. And we bring you back to the Ron Durbin Athletic Center out here on the campus of South San High School. The John Jay Mustangs have taken the trip here to South San. The Mustangs have lost one game have not lost a game in district play. I beg your pardon. The Mustangs have not lost a game in district play. The Bobcats have lost one. That was to the John Jay Mustangs in the first round. This is the rematch, and we are bringing it to you. The South San Bobcats are coached by head coach Raymond Carroll, assisted by Casey Garcia and Jake Delgado. As we normally do, we're going to take you back 3 years to when these seniors were freshmen. That would be 2022. The South San Bobcats still competing in 6A and 27-6A. 6-24 they were that season. They did not win a district ball game, finished 8th in a very, very tough 27-6A district. A couple of years ago when this group mostly were when the seniors were sophomores, 21-13, so turned the tide there, 11-3 in district play, finished second in district, but lost to Brack in the first round, in the by-district round. last year, 19-13, another winning season for Coach Carroll and his Bobcats. 9-5 in district play, a second place finish, but same result in the playoffs, lost to Brack in the by-district playoffs. The South San Bobcats are averaging 54 points per game. They are allowing 42 points per game. A lot of that is because of the tempo that South San plays. They are capable. They can put the ball in the bucket with any team in the city, but they will play a lot of half court. They will slow you down on defense, and so that results in a 54.5 point per game average for the Bobcats. Overall, 17-5, 17 wins against 5 losses this year, 8 wins against 4 losses in non-district play. So that, do the math, in district, 9 wins, 1 loss to the Mustangs in the first round. The South San Bobcats have 5 quality wins under their belts. They have beaten Churchill. They've beaten Midland Legacy, Coronado, McCullum, Harlandale. McCullum again make that 6 district wins. And we define a quality win. We define a quality win as a win against a team that's got a winning record. Personnel-wise, you won't find 2 guards. Find me 2 quicker guards in the city of San Antonio. Caleb Vargas, Kevin Settles, they can disrupt an offense at midcourt, at the top of the key. A lot of South San points come from live ball turnovers where Kevin or Caleb will steal the ball and they've got a 2-man break going. But 2 seniors there. Kevin Settles came over from West Campus. West Campus, of course, had to close the school, and the athletes from West Campus came over to South San. South San's done a great job of absorbing those kids and integrating them, creating chemistry and success with the group that they are fielding. But again, Caleb Vargas, Kevin Settles, find me 2 faster guards. Zayden Montoya, the 3rd guard in the mix, and he can shoot from behind the arc as well. Alonzo Munoz is a big guy, 6'3", 6.3 points, about 6'3" as well. But it's Ethan Moreno who is really starring for these Bobcats. 2-time RC Audio Sports Player of the Week for 28-5A, consecutive Player of the Week selection here this week and the week prior, unanimous among our committee, averaging 18, almost 19 points per game. He is a double machine. He's going to get his numbers in the rebounds, in the rebound column, in the point column, and the young man can assist as well. So he's got big Alonzo Munoz in the paint with them, and if you tie him up just too hard, Ethan can dish that ball as well. So just an all-around basketball player, a senior, and he'll be representing South San. He'll be representing South San in the San Antonio Sports All-Star game that will be played in March. Representing South San as well, Kevin Settles will be in the 3-point contest, and Caleb Vargas will be in the skills contest. So the South San Bobcats very well represented as the John Jay Mustangs are, very well represented in the San Antonio Sports All-Star basketball game that will be played on March 23rd. This is Robert Villafranca alongside Bobby Mendez, Reese Hernandez Robinson at the cameras tonight. You have found us on our YouTube channel. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon. You'll be notified every time we go live. You don't want to miss that. We're at Ron Durbin Center. We will be back.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
Robert Villafranca again at the Ron Durbin Center at the campus of South San High School alongside Bobby Mendez. Bobby will handle the play-by-play duties today. I'll be at the tech table. But before we get too far along, let's talk about that San Antonio Sports All-Star game that's going to be played in March, Bobby.
Yeah, you got that graphic up on your screen there, and it is later on in March, the 23rd, I believe. It's a little small on the screen that I'm watching it on. But yeah, in this game in particular, playing in that game, playing this evening for South San is Ethan Moreno. You heard Coach talk about him as well just a moment ago, as well as Jarius Jackson and Cameron Garza for the John Jay Mustangs. We've had an opportunity, thankfully this season, to watch these two teams, not against each other yet, but against others, and Coach talked about how well they've done, and I can tell you that I'm excited that we have this 1-2 game here, 1 versus 2 in the district, 28-5A. We call it a huge game here in this district because of that. And Ethan Moreno, Coach, talked about his performance so far this season, and within that, the last 2 weeks, I'm excited to see him on the court as well. But it is going to be a big game here, and of course, as it is every time we make it out to the Ron Durbin Athletic Center, it is jamming here, and Mr. Vargas, the DJ, doing a fantastic job of playing the music here. So
Richard Vargas brings the entertainment here, and he brings a couple of guards too. Malachi Vargas, and we talked about Caleb Vargas. Malachi suffered an injury, I believe, about 6 months ago, and he's pretty fresh back on the court, maybe a couple of weeks, and Coach Carroll is slowly bringing him along, and along with the training staff. But Coach Vargas brings the entertainment from the table. A couple of guards as well.
Yeah,
with
Mr.
the Vargas team.
Able to get the best seat in the house, play the best music in the house, and be able to watch his two boys. So we're glad that you're joining us here on our YouTube channel, RC Audio Sports. Of course, if you're new to us, we always encourage that you talk to us on our chat. Not very many streams will allow you to do that, and we'd like it when you do that, as long as, of course, we make that agreement that you keep it pretty clean. And for the most part, most of you always do.
Oh,
so
keep it positive. That is the mission of RC Audio Sports, is to shine a positive light on the kids and the coaches and the communities that we cover. So help us do that. And as we get in the game, Bob, you talk about the chat box. Let us know who you think is maybe we should consider for player of the game. We'll certainly do that if you will mention them.
take that into consideration here, and we are now getting ready to get this varsity game underway here. It is the South San Bobcats hosting the John Jay Mustangs. Let's take it down to the court.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's action. Bring the visitors, the John Jay Mustangs. And your South San Bobcats. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
That was the national anthem, of course. And now we're getting ready for the starting lineups for the visiting John Jay Mustangs. As Coach mentioned, the coaching staff has head coach Sean Brooks, assisted by the father and son team, father William Taylor Jr. and his son Colin Taylor. So Zachariah Linson, he's a senior, wears number 3. Elijah Hubbard, a junior, he wears number 5. Jaden Guillen, another senior, he's the point guard, wearing number 11. Number 24, Cameron Garza, and of course number 22, senior Jarius Jackson. Senior squad primarily for the Mustangs. And now the home team here, the South San Bobcats. Their head coach is Coach Raymond Carroll. He's assisted by Casey Garcia and Coach Jake Delgado. The senior point guard, number 1, is Caleb Vargas. Number 5, Zayden Montoya is a guard, as well as a junior. Kevin Settles, number 23, a senior, one-time Arciadio Sports Player of the Game as well, presented by Martinez and Associates. The big man in the middle, he's a senior, center number 35, Alonso Munoz. And a stat machine of his own is big number 50, Ethan Moreno. He's who we've talked about countless here, about his hustle on the court.
Ethan Moreno, he's a big man, and he can handle himself in the paint, but Bobby, he's got handles like a guard, and how many times have we seen him go coast to coast and lead a break as well.
Set up on the three-point line, top of the key, nail a shot. Great free throw shooter, able to drive in baseline, able to post up. Ethan Moreno, the real package here for the South San Bobcats. But when you look at these two teams on paper, the J Mustangs are really tough. I think the South San Bobcats, with the home court advantage here, have to use that for their momentum and see what they can do, because John Jay also a tough squad.
Oh, a tough, 9-0. You're not going to get 9-0 if you're not really, really tough. Elijah at the jump.
Here we go. The Mustangs will now start it. Jackson will get it going right side. A three-pointer attempt by Garza. That doesn't go, but the board controlled by Moreno. Bobcats bring it back the other way. Top of the key, rotating the ball. Settles right at the half-court mark. Being defended well, gets it over to Vargas, back over to Moreno. Good defense there by Guillen. They try to bring it down low to Alonso Munoz. That's an early turnover here for the Bobcats.
John Jay opened up in his zone. Looks like a 2-3 zone, so they're challenging the Bobcats to take that perimeter shot, and they're going to tie up the middle.
Jackson saw a lane, it closed pretty quickly. Now they go baseline, dump it down in for a cutting Zachariah Linson, and he'll get the first 2 points of the night for the Mustangs. Ball back the other way. Vargas settles, corner, 3. That one doesn't go. It's short for Montoya, but Moreno there for the putback. The board and the putback for Ethan Moreno. One of the benefits to have the big man down low. Linson kicks it out. Long 3 goes short. Picked up and rebounded by Caleb Vargas. Vargas guarded by Jackson. Gets it over to Settles, back over to Vargas. Vargas tried to go into the lane, good defense. Moreno underneath, one-on-one, and good defense there by Linson. Forces Moreno to miss that shot, a shot he usually makes. Ball coming back the other way. Hubbard kicks it out, back underneath, Linson. One step off the glass, and it's good for the big man. His second bucket of the evening. Montoya kicks it out to Munoz. Back over to Vargas. Moreno underneath, all by himself. Can't get it to go. Another miss there. And here come the Mustangs the other way. South San with the steal. Moreno pushing his way in the lane. Misses that one. 3 back-to-back misses for Ethan Moreno under the basket. In the lane, off the glass, scoops it in. Jarius Jackson gets it to go. Bobcats coming back the other way. Montoya created a little bit of space. Bobcats turn the ball over. Guillen off the glass, and it's good for Jaden Guillen. Everyone on the offensive side for the Mustangs touching the basketball. South San trying to make something happen. Moreno misses another layup underneath. He's having a tough night down low. Back the other way from 15. Linson will get that one to go for his 3rd bucket. And now the Bobcats want to talk it over. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
And as Coach and I clear our throat, we're here at the Ron Durbin Center on the campus of South San High School here in the south side of San Antonio. A 1-versus-2, the Mustangs and the Bobcats.
The Mustangs up 10-2, Bobby, and I think the story of the first couple of minutes, first 3 minutes here is Ethan's misses in the paint. We just don't normally see that. He's a little bit frustrated, but he's been point blank about 4 times and come up blank on those opportunities.
Yeah, that and a few turnovers on the offensive side as well for the Bobcats. Still 8-point ball game here in this first quarter. The Bobcats took a timeout to talk it over. Let's see what they drew up here as Settles dribbling, taking the shot. He's off the mark on that one. Munoz kicks it out off the board, and into the lane goes Ethan Moreno. He misses that one, but Coach, he draws the foul, and I think maybe that may have been the message. Hey, get that ball, create some contact, get into this game.
And Ethan is very good at doing that as well, drawing the foul. We've seen him do that a number of times this year. And you know, any shooter, if you've ever watched a shooter, sometimes if you're not hitting from the field, you go to the line, hit a couple of those, and you calibrate, and kind of changes the tide. So Ethan, good on his first free throw. Ethan Moreno.
Very good free throw shooter. We talked about him earlier. Of course, complete all-around game, uncharacteristically missing some open shots underneath the basket just moments ago. But the Bobcats just trailing by 6 here as the Mustangs set their offense up. Linton with a screen on top. They kick it out left side. The 3-pointer is missed by Jackson. Bobcats the other way. Nice little floater off the back. Doesn't go for Vargas. Moreno with the big board. Moreno in the paint. Drops it down to Vargas underneath. Vargas can't get it. Moreno does, but loses it. Ball is poked out by Munoz.
South San Bobcats missing a few at point blank, but they're drawing a lot of defense as well. Credit to the John Jay Mustangs who are contesting every single shot. Shots that you might pretty much concede to the other team. John Jay just is not going to do that.
Left side to Guillen. Guillen takes it cross court. Opposite side. Double team. Broken in the lane. Cameron Garza was double teamed. Broke that double team by going in between the 2 defenders and somehow drew a foul.
Alonzo Munoz called for his first personal, the foul on the floor, so no shots. First team foul.
Pump fake, another pump fake. off the glass. Good job there by Cameron Garza.
Cameron Garza, a couple of pump fakes, had that, got two South End Bobcat defenders up in the air before he found an easy basket.
Bobcats managed to get it across the timeline within enough time. Moving it cross court. Picked up there by Montoya. Moving it back around. Vargas underneath, settles. Posted up, kicked it back out. Vargas resets the offense. Underneath, try to get it down to Ethan Moreno, but that pass a little bit too strong and a little too high for Moreno.
Cameron Garza playing the safety there. Ethan trying to get a backdoor cut, and boy, you got a kid like Cameron Garza in the passing lane. That's going to be hard to get the ball to Ethan.
Nice little jumper there by Zachariah Linton. Once again, he's hit a couple of shots from that area. Back up to a 10-point lead. Vargas drops it down. Moreno gets that one to go. Ethan Moreno will lay it in off the glass.
From Caleb Vargas, great handles and a great pass by Caleb Vargas.
Top of the key, left side, underneath. Linton got two defenders to go, and he got Ethan Moreno to jump. Contact was made, and I believe Moreno will get called for the foul.
Moreno is called for his first personal. Elijah Hubbard, he got by Alonzo Munoz and felt he had a clear path, but Ethan Moreno was there and contested his shot. Of course, he called for the foul, so two shots coming for the big guy, Elijah.
So Hubbard will get his first point of the game.
74% free throw shooter, Elijah Hubbard is. He's not going to miss many.
Second free throw will go. He'll start off shooting 100% from the free throw line tonight. Vargas guarded by Guillen. Vargas with a spin move to Moreno. Moreno, reverse lay-in, that will go. And a timeout, this time taken by the Mustangs with 1:37 to go in the first. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
Coach Brooks with a timeout, trying to slow down the Bobcats as they had a couple of buckets. The lead still 8. Munoz poked it away. Linton managed to get it back. Good defense by Munoz. Tough shot taken by Guillen. And the Bobcats with the stop. They're coming back the other way. Vargas will get a screen. And in the lane, Vargas goes. He'll miss that shot. But more importantly, Coach, he'll take a trip to the free throw line.
Caleb Vargas pretty good at the free throw line as well, and I think that was the first time that we've seen him challenge the interior defense. I'm sure that that's something that Coach Carroll wants to see more of, and Caleb, just a magician and great body control in traffic as he can get to the basket and misses. Well, he misses 2 of those, but still he drew the foul and a great penetration by Caleb Vargas.
Tough trip there to the free throw line for Caleb. Checking into the ball game, giving Ethan Moreno a little break was Tarek Castillo. He comes into the game.
Elijah Hubbard called for the foul, a little bit of a moving screen, and he's going to get called for that. For the South End Bobcats, Bobby Derek Castillo in the ball game for the first time.
Bobcats with an opportunity here. Vargas almost lost that one. Gave it over to Settles, and Settles was set for a three, had to give it up. He'll get it right back. He'll fire that three. Kevin Settles from behind the arc with a huge three-pointer for the Bobcats.
Bobcats like Kevin Settles in that corner. You saw he got a couple of opportunities. Defense closed on him. He gave it up.
Great
got it right
pass
back
underneath. Kicking it back out. Guillen for three. That doesn't go. Big board underneath. Put back by Jarius Jackson Jr. Here come the Bobcats with 5 seconds to go. Good takeaway. Half-court shot. That doesn't go. That was close for Jarius Jackson. But the Bobcats will go into the second quarter trailing by 7. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
Once in a lifetime, we stand in the spotlight. The world waits on our next move. Got the keys to the kingdom, tasting the freedom. So what are we gonna do? Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna bring us down. You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of light, 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 light.
We welcome you back here to the second quarter on the campus of South San High School. We're at Ron Durbin Athletic Center. Coach Robert Villafranca, I'm Bobby Mendez. Reese Robinson on the camera. Bobcats coming into this quarter trailing by 7. They have struggled offensively, but somehow managed to keep it within an arm's length. Speaking of, cross-court pass off the glass. Jarius Jackson on a great put-in. Is that considered a fast break?
a flash break. Oh my gosh. Mahomes, I don't think, threw a better pass this weekend than the Mustangs threw on there. And then Jarius Jackson, what hands and awareness at the end of the pass.
Cameron Garza brings it up court. Bobcats have done a pretty good job defensively. And they force a turnover there as Jarius Jackson was trying to behind the back pass it to the corner, just off the mark there.
The Mustangs still able to score, however. They're at the pace that they like. They're going a little bit faster than the Bobcats like, and right now the tempo favors John Jay.
Malachi Vargas checking into the ball game here for the Bobcats. Caleb Vargas misses that one, but the Bobcats fortunate to get the offensive board. They continue to move the ball around. It settles 3 as Malachi with the board. Montoya kicks it out. Settles. Back over to Vargas. That's Malachi setting the screen. Enough room for Settles. And board came up there by Zachariah Linson. Ball coming back the other way. Robles. No, that is Zachariah Linson with the put-in.
John Jay Mustangs were not going to be denied. A couple of deflections there. The Bobcats knocked a pass or two away, but the Mustangs just were not going to be denied. Leaning forward and leaning into that shot. Linson eventually ends up with it and gets the and one.
Now a 12-point lead there after that three-point play for the Mustangs. Vargas in the paint, off the glass, doesn't go. Board controlled by Linson and the Mustangs. Back the other way, underneath, back to the top. Linson thought about it, gave it over to Jackson. Jackson in the paint, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line as a blocking foul will be called against the Mustangs.
Ethan Moreno called for his second personal foul, and that will be the third team foul for the Bobcats this quarter. Remember that 5 team fouls in a quarter will get you in the bonus. Ethan looked like he had pretty good position, but I think he was just a little bit too far in and underneath the basket. And in a situation like that, the official's always going to give the benefit of the doubt to the shooter.
Moreno will come off the court and have a seat on the bench for a moment.
It's a second break that Ethan has taken tonight, and we don't usually see Ethan come out of the game. So Coach Carroll shuffling the deck just a little bit.
Great move there by Adam Guerrero. You heard the oohs and ahs.
Adam Guerrero is a junior on this team, and displayed some pretty good handles there as he dribbled behind his back.
Montoya back to the top of the key. Settles behind the arc. Nice form. Still can't get that to go. Alonzo Munoz tried to tip that one back in, but fouled in the process.
John Jay in the last few minutes has gone to a man defense and really harassing the dribbler, having a hard time. When you have that much defense on the dribble, it's just very difficult to get the entry pass. And you see the Bobcats suffering from that. Alonzo, nice offensive rebound and fouled on the putback. He's at the line. The Bobcats just not uncharacteristically missing from that free throw line. Games we have covered so far, they're almost automatic there.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've definitely noticed between the Bobcats is as many games as we've done for them on the free throw line, they have been pretty consistent. 5:21 to go in this second quarter. 13-point lead now for the Mustangs. In the lane is Jackson. He'll dump it underneath. A little too far underneath the basket was Robles. But the ball does go out of bounds, and it was last touched by the Bobcats as Elijah Hubbard coming back into the ball game, giving Robles a break. The inbounds for Guillen gets it to the corner, and it's a nice three for Zachariah Linson. Linson having a great game this evening. He's been able to hit some from 15. We just saw one from behind the arc. He's played well in the paint. Ball almost taken away. Last touched. Well, you talked about Cameron Garza many times. He's just very active. You know he's going to fill in the stat sheets. Whoa, what happened here?
Well, Coach Carroll won the argument. One of the few times that you'll see a coach win an argument, but his point was that Cameron Garza knocked the ball out, and the recovery came on the backcourt, so that's not an over and back. And the second official came over and said, I'm siding with Coach Carroll.
Montoya got the ball right back, and he gave it to Guerrero. Back to Montoya, back to Guerrero. Settles, kicks it out. Back to the top. That settles, excuse me. Saved by Malachi Vargas, but going the other way. Jackson, left-handed lay-in with a tough shot over Alonso Munoz. Some of the spectacular plays that we'll be seeing here by both teams. A nice shot by the big man Alonso Munoz, a hook shot underneath the paint, or underneath the basket in the paint.
Going back to that last play, Bobby, Jarius Jackson, he's ambidextrous. We've seen him shoot right and left-handed, and that time, boy, again, he just put his head down, and one of those occasions where you're just not going to be denied. He's going to put that shot up and got it in the bucket.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty on that one, top notch.
Olympic level.
Yeah. All-star level.
San Antonio Sports All-Star level. I see what you did there. March 23rd, the San Antonio Sports, second annual San Antonio Sports All-Star basketball game. Jarius Jackson will be featured.
The team coaches are Andrew Brewer and Coach Art Vela. They will be coaching the 5A squads.
Coach Brewer from Alamo Heights.
Hubbard down low underneath. He'll get that one to go.
Coach Vela from Jefferson.
Saddles goes one-on-one with Garza. Montoya to Malachi Vargas. Cross court. Guerrero, he's blocked by Jackson. Guillen brings it back up, left side, Hubbard. Back over to Jarius Jackson. Brings it over to Guerrero. Guerrero denied the lane, kicked it out. Underneath, back over to Guerrero, or to Guillen, excuse me. And Guillen will get it on the give and go. Now the lead 20 points. Montoya. Jumper in the lane. Offensive foul will be called against the Bobcats.
Alonso Munoz called for his second personal foul, fourth foul, and that's not good news if you're rooting for the Bobcats. Next whistle and every whistle for the rest of the first half put the Mustangs at the line.
Jarius Jackson almost got it poked away by Guerrero, but Jackson goes into the lane, and they'll call him for a double dribble, so a turnover on the Mustangs.
When you challenge somebody like Jarius Jackson, who's such a skilled ball handler, I mean, you've got to succeed, because if you put yourself out of position, you know he's going to take advantage of that. And he tried there, met some more defense at the basket, and then a double dribble.
Malachi Vargas from the baseline kicks it out. Saddles goes into the lane. He's blocked by Jarius Jackson. Bobcats still hang on to the basketball. The John Jay defense is just about everywhere. Saddles try to get a cutter. They kick it out. Three-pointer for Jaden Montoya. Boy, did they need that. A hop step into the lane there for Cameron, Garza.
You know, Bobby, I've seen the John Jay Mustangs featured a couple of times on local media, and the kids have been interviewed, and just the point throughout, you ask any one of the kids on the John Jay Mustangs basketball team, and they talk about sharing the ball, and they talk about how important it is, how they play as five, they don't play as one, and just a lot of respect for each other, and understanding how athletes like this all have to share the ball. Coach Brooks has just done an excellent job with a well-stocked team.
Yeah, you get a group of athletes like this. One of the main reasons, Coach, that we're grateful to cover this district is to have teams like this every week, that we get to see some great, good quality basketball.
We're watching a team right here, the John Jay Mustangs. We're watching a team that went 3 rounds in the playoffs last year. And again, the core of that team is right there back on the floor. South End challenging them for that top spot right now, not having a whole lot of success.
Not very many teams have had much success against this team, and you can see why here. Good board there by the Bobcats. We'll probably have to get a name. We'll get his name here during the break. But Coach Carroll just trying to get someone in this ball game, could maybe change a little bit of the tempo. That first free throw is good. South End wanting to get this lead down, or cut into this lead as much as they can before the halftime break. Let's see if they can come up with any kind of defensive stops here. They almost took it away there. Driving into the lane, Garza kicks it out. Hubbard back to Garza. Three-pointer, Cameron Garza. Bobcats back the other way. Kicking it out, moving the ball, settles, tried it, steps in, misses that one. The length of John Jay, just being able to really recover, get into the space, and make it very difficult for South San to get things going offensively. Hubbard tries a three from the corner, and that one is good for Elijah Hubbard. Three-pointer by Malachi Vargas. He'll get fouled, and Jarius Jackson not happy with himself there as he hit him on his hand, and neither is Coach Sean Brooks.
Well, that gives you an idea of the intensity Sean Brooks is coaching. The John Jay Mustangs way out in front of the South San Bobcats as we approach halftime here, but the little things are the little things, and Coach Brooks is just not going to tolerate that. He just didn't feel like that was very smart basketball. He's going to let his team know about it.
First free throw for Malachi Vargas will go. He's got two more after that, as that was a three-point attempt. Second free throw just short. Hits the front of the rim. Hey, where are you watching this great game from? Let us know. We'd love to say hi. Third free throw for Vargas. That one will go. 7 seconds. Cameron will try a three at the buzzer. He'll nail that one. Carmen Garza feeling it, giving high fives. Into the break, 45-21. The John Jay Mustangs are on fire. You're watching high school basketball on RCIO Sports.
We're at halftime here at the Ron Durbin Center on the campus of South San High School. The John Jay Mustangs out to a big lead, 45-21 is the score, a 24-point deficit for the home team South San Bobcats. Gives us an opportunity to talk to you about Presidio Concrete. We've been telling you about them all season long. Presidio Concrete, owned by Hector Gonzalez, Dre Gutierrez, 3 years in the business. What a mark they've made. I'm telling you, they've done the work at Veterans Memorial Stadium at Judson ISD. They've done the work at the Gorilla Enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo. But don't let that intimidate you. They are more than happy to self-contract with the homeowner on a residence. And if you need a porch poured, you need a driveway poured, call Presidio Concrete, big or small. The jobs that they've done that we've listed out, this gives you an idea of how respected they are in the community. Whether you're a homeowner, a general contractor, you've got to know their names, Presidio Concrete, and their phone number right there on the screen. Let me also tell you about Southside. Let me also tell you about Southside Real Estate Professionals, a group of women real estate professionals who all are alums of San Antonio ISD and Harlandale ISD. Their heart and much of their work is on the south side of San Antonio. They do, of course, they do their real estate work, but they also involved in many community projects at the campuses and in their home communities. And they sell homes, they help you buy homes, they'll help you invest homes. As we said, most of their work is on the south side, but their heart is right here. You got to know their phone number. You got to know to call them if you're interested in buying a home, selling a home, investing in homes. No pressure. Give them a call. You want to learn more about it, they'll teach you more about it. And number is right there on the screen. We appreciate their support.
The 2025 San Antonio Sports All-Star Basketball Game Media Day took place at the Alamo Dome this morning. The KSAT 12 sports team caught up with the top high school senior basketball players from all over the San Antonio area. The All-Star Games include 4 games, a skills challenge, and a 3-point contest. Alamo Heights head coach Andrew Brewer will be coaching the boys' white team made up of Class 5A through 1A talent, and coach isn't worried about having to teach the fundamentals.
Well, you can't do much because you only have them for 2 practices. So if you try to install something sophisticated, they're not going to do it anyway. So, make them play defense, make them compete, share the ball as much as you possibly can. No, we don't have to do much. The guys are going to go compete, and it'll be fun.
The full rosters were just released on our website at ksat.com, so make sure to go and see who made this year's rosters. Last year's All-Star Basketball Game was a great time, so round 2 should be even better.
Such a good game.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light.
Hey, look who we found at the Ron Durbin Center. It's Coach Ray Briseño of the Highlands Owls here doing a little bit of scouting, are you, Coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Two good teams. They're getting after it right now. South San, you're always going to get grit, so they're never out the game. And you got Jay playing some incredible basketball right now, sir. And it's going to be a tough first round.
It's going to be a tough one. And we're talking about first round. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ray Briseño coaching the Highlands Owls. Currently, last time I looked, Ray, 8-2 in 27 5A. You're 8-2.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and,
sir.
Tied for third place, or tied for first place with two other teams. Who are they?
We're tied with Jefferson and Seguin, sir. Both great teams. It's anybody's night.
And Ray is here, of course, because he coaches the Highlands Owls, playing 27 5A. That'll be a first-round opponent for 28 5A. So, again, Ray, not sure that if you've looked back into the numbers yet, but Highlands expected to go in a D1 or in a D2 bracket. Are you one of the bigger schools?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going D1. I believe it's us and Jeff.
Okay.
So we're going to be playing the bigger one. The smaller schools are more like Harlandale, and they might be playing Edison, Burbank, small schools like that.
I think South San and Southwest, South San and John Jay are. No, I think South San and Southwest are the 2 biggest. So
yes, sir.
If South San makes it in the playoffs and they're the top seed there, even if John Jay is a champion, if South San comes in second, they would be the first seed in 28 5A.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's a great district. This is a tough district to be in, and just to put yourself in place, it's a dogfight. It's a dogfight for 4th place right now.
All right, well, Ray, help me out. First year at Highlands, or are we talking about your second year already?
This is my second year,
Oh,
sir.
man, time flies.
Yes, sir.
You enjoying yourself? Highlands is a brand new gym, a lot of construction over there, and Highlands really doing some good things, and you're part of that.
Yes, sir. And, man, we have 2 beautiful gyms. Our kids, they're so grateful. I'll be honest with you, sir. I have great kids. They're on a honor roll. We have great kids there at Highlands, and they deserve everything great coming to them.
No, good. Well, they've got a great head coach, that's for sure. Ray, congratulations on the season that you're having. I'm going to guess that you're going to get into the playoffs. We follow you all the time, even though we don't get to stream a whole bunch of 27 5A, but we're watching 27 5A all the time. Keep up the good work over there.
I will. Thank you.
Ray Briseño, the head coach of the Highlands Owls basketball team. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Do you own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of light, 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 light.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
And we welcome you back here to the Ron Durbin Athletic Center, where it is 45-21 between the two top teams in District 28 5A. And speaking of this district, lots of representation in the All-Star game for the district here, 28 5A. A few of them are playing here tonight. You see them highlighted on your screen. For the John Jay Mustangs, it's Jarius Jackson Jr. and Cameron Garza, and Ethan Moreno for the South San Bobcats. And of course, they have some other players participating in some of the other events, the skills challenge, and maybe it's at the three-point shootout, but lots of all-stars in the building.
Lots of all-stars.
All-star coaches.
All-star coaches. Ray Bersenio, great visit with Ray, who's coaching at Highlands Owls, and Art Vela is up there in the bleachers too. If I had known that, I would have brought Art Vela down for a little visit as well with Ray. But SAISD school's not playing tonight. Their games are tomorrow.
Well, this game is not on a normal night as well because of our weather.
Right. That's right. I think SAISD did not open today, and so they had another ice day to play their games. And so SAISD coaches in 27 5A, of course, their opponent's going to come out of 28 5A, so they're going to get a look. You know, sometimes you watch film and it's, you know, it's not the same as seeing them live. Art Vela, Ray Bersenio in the house.
Well, the Bobcats coach have an uphill battle here to start the third quarter, down 24 points, and they're going to need some stops and some buckets. John Jay now on our near side. They pick up right where they left off. Zachariah Linson with a bucket underneath the basket.
Bobby, how about that ball movement? Next time John Jay comes by, I'm going to count the number of kids that touch the ball before it goes up.
Ball movement indeed for the Mustangs. A little bit of ball movement here for the Bobcats. They almost lost it. But able to maintain possession as Caleb Vargas shoots a floater. That one doesn't go. Board picked up by Cameron Garza. Back the other way. Good ball movement. This one goes out of bounds, and Jarius Jackson just kind of limping away there, but looks to be okay.
Getting the ball back, a little bit of a give and go here on the break, trying to get the ball back to Jaden. Jarius thought that Jaden had a little better look, but just weren't able to connect and threw the ball away.
Moreno struggled a little bit in the first half, got into the lane, created a foul, and made the bucket. So he'll go to the free throw line to shoot one shot as he made that in the lane, and that call goes against Christopher Balderas.
Ethan Moreno's terrible, horrible No good day continues here.
The free throw not good, but that basket, Coach, that drive, creating that foul.
Reference to a children's literature book there.
Yes.
I'm a grandpa now, Bobby.
Oh, yes. Hubbard misses that one there, and Caleb Vargas will come down with the board. Vargas nearly got it taken away by Jaden Guillen, but Guillen got his hand caught in the cookie jar there, Grandpa.
There you go. Nothing better, Bobby. I got to say, it just fills my heart with joy, my 22-month-old granddaughter.
I don't know if it's Grandpa Coach or Coach Grandpa. We got how you say that now.
Well, since you mentioned it, I'm Baba.
Okay, Baba. Ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Ethan Moreno, or not. Ball will remain with the Bobcats. Inbounds to Caleb Vargas. Montoya settles. Vargas back to settles. Montoya. Ball moving around the perimeter until Montoya dribbles in. Kicks it out. Bobcats looking for a screen from Munoz. Kicks it out. Montoya tries the three. He'll miss it. Munoz. Moreno gets the board. He gets fouled, and he'll get back to the free throw line. Coach mentioned just a moment ago that Moreno been struggling just a tad bit from the free throw line. So he'll get an opportunity here to try and see if he can recalibrate that stroke.
As you said in the first half, Bobby, there's a good reason for the struggles, and a lot of teams have struggled against these John Jay Mustangs. 9-0, they were coming into the game, still an untarnished district mark for the John Jay Mustangs.
And then if you just kind of look at their scoring throughout, just looking at their district schedule, the point differentials on some of these games are amazing. Hubbard misses that shot from 15. Greatly challenged there by Moreno, who's underneath, and Moreno will get that one to go. Back the other way come the Mustangs real quickly. Linson tries the three, doesn't get it. Hubbard with the board, and he'll get tangled up there with Caleb Vargas.
The official says that Hubbard was going for the shot. They're going to talk about that a little bit. One official, I think, was saying that was not on the shot. Hubbard kind of sheepishly comes over. I think he knew that he wasn't shooting.
The inbounds. Mustangs talking about ball movement in the lane, drawing the foul is Hubbard.
Bobby, I said I was going to count the athletes that touched the ball on the John Jay side the next time they were in half court. All 5 of them just goes around. And again, as I said, we have seen them on a couple of local media stations have featured them, and they've talked about it. And that's just first thing out of their mouth is just we're here to share. If one of us isn't sharing, then the scheme breaks down. And so they know just how important that is. Everybody looking for the shot better than the one they have.
Elijah Hubbard will get those 2 shots to go. They move the ball around. They create contact, creating the foul, and get those free throws to go. 49-26. We are midway through the third here. Nice baseline move off the glass in the lane for Caleb Vargas. But quickly, the Mustangs come right back the other way to set up offensively. Ball movement. Linson with the high floater. He'll get that one to go.
Caleb Vargas somehow got a hand on it, but Linson fought through it. And like you said, a floater, right? Nothing but nylon.
Back the other way, Moreno. His signature drive, and he gets challenged, but he will create the contact And I believe Zachariah Linson will be called for the foul. I think they're going to give it to Hubbard.
Hubbard.
But nonetheless, Moreno gets a trip to the free throw line. And, you know, Coach, this is a tough situation for the Bobcats to be in. They're not used to being in this situation. And the body language for Ethan Moreno, who's usually just the stud of the game, had a tough start to this game. And as a matter of fact, let's go back to the last game we did. I believe he had the first 16 points of the game, if I remember correctly.
You're right.
Against the McCollum Cowboys. Nice pass underneath from Garza to Jarius Jackson.
Jarius a little bit tender on one of his ankles there. He's looking over to the sideline and wanting out. He's toughing it out here on the defensive side, but I don't know if Coach Brooks is going to let him stay for much longer.
You're right. He is favoring that right ankle there. You see him there now. Vargas underneath. Made it look easy. Caleb Vargas underneath, and Jarius Jackson will be limping off the field, or off the court, excuse me. Did the basket not count?
I believe it did. I think that timeout was after the basket.
Well, I think it was just a timeout to take him out. So Jarius Jackson will come out. And the Mustangs get it back the other way into the lane. And Cameron Garza, oh boy, I thought he was going to throw that one down, but at the end, for just the last couple of seconds, decided to lay it in. Caleb Vargas takes a shot.
He went in like Dr. J and finished it like George Gervin for you boomers out there watching the watching the stream. I thought he was gonna dunk it like you said, then kind of fixed himself and just soft touched it in.
Pass underneath to Moreno. He'll kick it out to Settles, and Settles is trapped in the corner. Gets it back out to Moreno. He'll kick it out, and Moreno will get called for the foul there as he kicked it out, but just after kicking it out, collided with the Mustang defender.
Jarius Jackson coming back into the game, so it must have just been a little bit of a tweak, requesting re-entry, and Coach Brooks allowing it.
Cameron Garza across midcourt. Try to sneak it in there to Zachariah Linson. Turnover by the Mustangs.
Linson on the baseline. It looked like he had a backdoor cut there, but he was coming across the screen and bring someone over. Again, unselfish play, and Cameron just did not read it. We weren't on the same sheet. Cameron threw that one away.
Caleb Vargas picks up two defenders, kicks it out, right side. Back up top, Montoya. Gets it into Munoz, over to Moreno. Moreno kicks it out. Short jumper, that one goes for Zayden Montoya. Back the other way, nice shot. Doesn't go there for Cameron Garza. But the Mustangs will get the offensive board. Ball kick that goes out. .135 to go here in this third quarter. It's been all John Jay from the get-go. Jarius Jackson misses that lay-in. Challenged by some Bobcat defenders. Montoya kicks it out. Reset for Vargas. Moreno. Good defense, as Moreno could not hang on to that one as he shot it. Two-hand jam, doesn't go for Garza. Gets his own rebound, and he'll put it back in. Matchup of 1 versus 2. John Jay, number 1. That 3 doesn't go for Vargas. Ethan Moreno can't bring in that board, but it was last touched by one of the Mustangs. Inbounds to Munoz. Alonso Munoz will get the 2 points on the inbound play. Ball taken away, knocked out of bounds.
Caleb Vargas doing what Caleb Vargas does. He'll sneak back. I mean, he'll stay back like a corner and look like the passing lane is open, but he's got the instincts and the reflexes of a cat. Quickly into the passing lane, knocked that one away. I thought he had a shot at a fast break there.
Of a Bobcat?
Of a Bobcat. There you go. See what you did there.
Garza trying to find a cutter in the back door. Mustangs, Bobcats tied up on the ground. Nobody still wants to release. No matter what, it's going to be a jump ball.
Somebody's going to get it. We're going to let you know, but that is an indication of the competitiveness that we're watching here at the Ron Durbin Center. These kids love their basketball and they love to win. And boy, there's just a lot of pride on the South End Bobcat side and the John Jay Mustang side. The Mustangs, of course, Coach Brooks played on a very good John Jay team. Graduated the year before that John Jay won the state championship. We've, of course, on the girls' side of the Mustangs basketball, we watched Shanice Davis. She's the daughter of Jeff Davis, who was on that championship team. Coach Brooks and Coach Davis played on several teams together.
The floater doesn't go out of bounds, and the Mustangs will get it. And what an amazing feeling that must be to be part of a state championship team. So many athletes, so many teams in this great state. As that ball goes out of bounds. But to reach that pinnacle, it's got to be a heck of a feeling.
Reach the pinnacle and have been as successful as these coaches have been, and come back to the community and give.
The last shot of the third quarter by Vargas wasn't good, so that's the end of the third. 57-36 our score here from the Ron Durbin Athletic Center.
We're at the break between the third and fourth quarters. Gives us an opportunity to tell you again about Southside Real Estate Professionals, a group of women realtors, all graduated from SAISD, Harlandale ISD schools, and most of their business is on the south side. Their heart definitely is. Always involved in community projects. They give to the community in so many ways. If you're buying, selling a home, if you're buying or selling a home, if you're investing in a home, call Southside Real Estate Professionals, and they will walk you through the process. A phone call is no pressure. If you just want to learn more about it, you can certainly do that.
As always, the party, regardless of the score, is happening here at South End High School. 57-36, the final 8 minutes to go up on the board here. And Coach, when it all comes down to it, it was John Jay with their foot on the gas pedal from the onset of this ball game, and the Bobcats just not able to establish anything offensively.
57 points is going to tell you that they are an offensive team, but I'm going to tell you I'm most impressed with their defense and how they have tied up the South End Bobcat offense and really have made it extremely difficult to just move the ball around. I can think of very few open shots that the Bobcats have gotten. The Mustangs just relentless on the defensive side.
You know, the Bobcats did have another game in between the game that we last did, but I think one of the main focuses for the Mustangs coming into this game was really getting on Moreno, getting on him early, and I think that kind of really played into their game as well.
I think we were early on. The Mustangs had a 10-2 lead, and we You know, Ethan was struggling there at the beginning. Oh, a big shot, Kevin Settles. A timeout there by the Bobcats after Settles' shot gives us an opportunity to visit with you. I'm going to get it here in just a second. All right, we're going to visit with you and tell you about Presidio Concrete. So thankful for their sponsorship. 3 years in the business, what a mark they've made. Already big projects like the Veterans Memorial concrete work in Judson ISD, the gorilla enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo. But that tells you the kind of respect and their skill level and how general contractors out there are so willing to give them a call. If general contractors will call them, homeowners should call them too. They're more than happy to self-contract on your own property, a driveway, a porch, a barbecue slab, whatever it is, concrete work. You got to have their number. If you're a general contractor and you're bidding on big work that has concrete as part of the aspect of that work, Presidio Concrete right there, that number, you need to have them. You need to have them on your contacts list. Appreciate their sponsorship.
That was a quick three-point shot by Kevin Settles from the corner. We know he likes that spot there, but John Jay and the coaching staff not wanting to give any kind of momentum to the Bobcats. Call the timeout real quickly here. So now the press is on by the Bobcats. Ball across the timeline. Moreno on the defense. Zachariah Linson. He is lethal from anywhere on the court. A couple already behind the arc. Vargas, he'll try a three. He'll get that one to go. He'll answer right back. 18-point lead. Let's see what the Bobcats can do here. But with the Mustangs answering, with really having an answer for everything the Bobcats have done, it's going to be tough. Linson kicks it out. Garza, back up top to Jackson. Back down, kicked it out. Guillen.
Mustangs very wisely slowing the ball down.
In the lane, the ball doesn't go in there for Guillen. And here comes Vargas. Big screen up top by Moreno. Garza in the lane, Vargas, excuse me, in the lane. Missed that shot. Loses the handle, will go down to the ground. And a timeout will be taken. The Bobcats will call a timeout with 6:22 to go here. Bobcats coach trying to really make a run here and make a stop.
And we talk about, in our streams, we talked about how a coach's timeout, more than in any other sport, I think a basketball coach's timeout can really make a difference. And Coach Carroll saw that, I think it was Vargas was having a little trouble getting control of the ball and quickly called a timeout before the turnover. Southside Real Estate Professionals, a group of women, realtors, all alumni of San Antonio ISD, Harlandale ISD. You're buying a home, selling a home, you want to invest in your homes, that phone number right there is the one you should call. And when you call them, let them know that you heard about them on RC Audio Sports.
18 points the deficit here for the Bobcats. They still have the basketball from underneath their own bucket.
Coach Carroll going over to the scorer's table, making sure that he knows how many timeouts he's got left. I think they told him he's got 2. Oh, the Bobcats throw the ball away.
And two-hand jam for Cameron Garza. That's the speed of this John Jay basketball team from one end of the court to the other in a flash. Ball taken away, Guillen. Layup doesn't go. That's all right. Cameron Garza's right there for the easy putback. Roslyn Perez jumping in on the chat. That score will be on the right corner of your screen. It's 64-42. But if you're watching on a phone, I guess I could see that it would be a little tough to see that there. Block by Guillen. swatted away, brought back the other way. A little bit too much on that one for Garza. I know Garza's kind of like Superman, but couldn't grab onto that one.
Garza trying to find Jarius Jackson on the break, and immediately Cameron says, no, that one is on me. He knows that Jarius, if he had hit Jarius just right, I think that he'd have shot. But still a little ginger on the ankle, and Jarius Jackson going to be tended by the trainer over there on the sideline.
Bobcats will bring it back the other way. Moreno underneath, off the glass. Great pass by Vargas to Moreno. Quick play, that's what the Bobcats need. But they also need quite a bit of stops here. There's a miss, a rare miss by the very tall Zachariah Linson.
Coach Brooks not liking the shot selection and asking Linson exactly what he had in mind there. No reason to rush a shot. You could certainly get something better than that, is Coach Brooks' instruction.
Vargas missed 3 from straight away. Good cushion for John Jay. But a couple of plays here, back-to-back by the John Jay Mustangs. A turnover there on a pass to Linson goes through his hands. And the Bobcats trying to make something happen here with the last 4:40 to go in the paint. Ethan Moreno. Zayden Montoya one-on-one with Garza. Garza just takes it coast to coast, can't finish. Board controlled by Moreno. Here comes a 3-on-2 in the lane, Vargas. He'll draw the foul. Jaden Guillen was there, and he'll be called for that foul. Vargas will go to the free throw line to attempt 2.
Bobby, I just stay impressed with Caleb Vargas's body control there, and I think that the Mustangs looked like he had good position, but in midair, changing directions.
Timeout is taken. We'll take it with them. You're watching high school basketball on RC Audio Sports.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
Four minutes and 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter at the Ron Durbin Center. The John Jay Mustangs in control is 64-46 as we come out from the timeout.
Caleb Vargas at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Second free throw doesn't go. Jarius Jackson over to Cameron Garza. Moving the ball around. Guillen, top of the key. Jackson, oh, Moreno, just trying to manhandle Linson there. You know, one thing we do know, you know, with the frame of Ethan Moreno, he's a big boy.
What would Glenn call him?
I was about to say that he is definitely a big body. What a move in the lane. Jarius Jackson. Well, big game here in 28-5A between these two teams. Back the other way, Guillen swatted away by Ethan Moreno. Big block there.
Coach Carroll and the Bobcat coaching staff has got to like the desire and the fight here in the final 3.5 minutes by his South End Bobcat team. This is the battle, not the war.
Ball coming back the other way. It's a 3 from the right side. Ball taken away by Montoya. And Cameron Garza stripped the ball away.
A little bit of a stiff arm, a Heisman Trophy stiff arm there. The officials getting some help from the South End faithful here with a hey and a whistle. Pretty obvious foul there.
The inbound to Moreno. The jumper doesn't go. Jarius Jackson over Caleb Vargas will get that bucket. But we're certainly grateful to be here at this game and been able to watch these two teams play in this district a few times. And then, of course, the matchup here, the very highly anticipated matchup between the number 1 and number 2, and John Jay really came to play.
This is the second 1 versus 2 when the John Jay Mustangs played Southwest. Southwest was in the 2 spot, so they have now, they hold on to this 19-point lead. They will have swept their 2 closest competitors. The Mustangs still have MacArthur to play, Harlandale, Wynn, Southwest Legacy, McCullum, and Southside. So this would be a sweep against the second of their top 2 contenders. The next contender up is Harlandale, and that's about 3 games away for the Mustangs. That game will be played at Harlandale High School.
Linson with the jumper, that doesn't go. But Malachi Vargas checking into the ball game for Ethan Moreno. Moreno's gonna, I would say, take the rest of the night off. And what a jam by the big man, Zachariah Linson. I'm not sure if he laid it up there for him off the backboard or not.
I'm gonna say he did.
But Linson certainly finished it off.
These John Jay Mustangs just playing in sync, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch. 5 kids like this that know just exactly where everybody is going to be, and Linson going with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook there, and unsuccessfully.
Back the other way. South End continuing to struggle
Just nothing
inside.
Going. Nothing going. They got to, this is one of those games, Coach Carroll and the South End Bobcats have got to say, well, just get this one behind us, because a lot of times in the season you're going to get, and when you play John Jay, you've got to take into account who your opponent was, but you got to say, hey, you know what, put this one behind you, let's look forward, we're going to get into the playoffs, and let's do some damage there.
The Bobcats still have Southside, MacArthur, Harlandale, Wynn, and Southwest still left on their schedule. So plenty of basketball still remaining here for this Bobcat team. Then on the other side, the Mustangs, they have MacArthur, and Coach just mentioned a moment ago, they also have Harlandale, Wynn, Southwest Legacy, McCullum, and Southside. So we're just on the other side of the halfway mark in this season here. But we were talking about the points that the Mustangs put up. They beat Wynn 117-53. Southside, they beat them 87-38. They beat McCullum 97-25. Jonah Luna checking in and getting on the stat sheet for some scores. Garza with the rebound. blind pass opposite side. And we're down to the final 30 seconds of this ball game. Zachariah Linson will get that one to go from about 10 feet or so. Nice jumper. As John Jay continues to swipe away at the ball. Turnover there. And I think they're going to be content with just dribbling this one out. What a game it was. The John Jay Mustangs come in with some basketball on their mind. They get the big win, 74-49 here at the Ron Durbin Athletic Center on the campus of South San High School. We thank you for joining us. We still have just a few moments, so give us about 1 minute. We'll be right back, and we'll tell you who our Martinez and Associates player of the game is.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
And we welcome you back here, as you can see now on your screen, who are Martinez and Associates player of the game. Zachariah Linson, listed at 6'7" for the John Jay Mustangs. He is our Martinez and Associates player of the game. Had a great start and maintained that throughout the entire game. So congratulations to him for him being the Martinez and Associates player of the game. We also want to thank you for joining us for our broadcast crew, which is Reese Hernandez Robinson. Thank you for the work. And Coach Robert Villafranca. I am Bobby Mendez, saying good night, and stay tuned on our social media to find out where we are next. You've been watching high school basketball on RCI.